Yay, so we're starting! Yay!
Woo! Hey everybody, I'm Ajax,
And I'm Darth.
and we're here doing a review on Devil May Cry's new DLC, Virgil's Downfall.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
since this is exactly what we're playing right now. And, so far I'm not liking it.
Ooh, that's because you played all of it. I'm still
I
going
haven't
through
played
it.
all of it. I only went through like 3 missions. Like, towards where he gets his double trigger, that's it.
Okay, so I need to do some catching up.
Like, that's how far I went.
I mean,
I
so
won't
far,
say it's bad. I'll just say that the 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 presentation, the way that they're telling Virgil's story right now, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like that whole like comic bookish like.
oh
I
yeah,
can't really like. I can't really explain it. It's like one of those like motion comic type things.
yeah, in
I,
between in the black and white.
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't stand it. Especially when the whole game was just true CG. You know what I mean? Just seeing that
Yeah,
kind of
it
bothers
is a
me.
weird step to take from the original. I mean, I can understand that they just wanted to change up the gameplay or how the story be perceived, but
Hmm.
to do something as radical as that is a little.
So, just to let everybody know that hasn't played Virgil's Downfall, basically what's happening is it takes place after DMC, the ending of DMC. If you haven't played DMC, go play it because it's actually a pretty good game. Um, so, not to put up any spoilers or anything, like I don't know how to explain it without spoiling it. Because it's like, well, it's not technically spoiling it. Basically, Virgil's dead. And he's trying to figure out what's happening and what's going on. Now, do you think he's actually dead?
Well, I think
Because I
it,
don't
it,
remember in the story that he actually did that.
yeah, it doesn't seem like he's actually dead, but he's more in one of those limbo areas where he learned how to get his powers and whatnot. Because he just basically gave up living in
Mhm.
a sense because everything was taken away from him.
Pretty much, yeah. I agree with that. He thinks everyone betrayed him and shit.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of what happened and sort of what not happened. It's just
It didn't
different.
happen.
Yeah, it's a big difference in opinion between brothers because he thought he was doing something good, but he just didn't agree with
Hmm.
what crap.
Do you find this story a lot more interesting than the original DMCs? Do
Do
you,
I? Definitely so, because it's a new outlook on it.
I don't know. A lot of fanboys are like
But why?
shitting on it and shit.
Yeah, that's other fanboys. It's just it's a new telling of his story. You have to give it a chance.
I was just happy that we didn't get the Dante that we're used to seeing back in like the early 2000s when the game came out.
Yeah,
Because honestly, I got tired of that style of art. Like having a Japanese dude masking and shit, showing off his chest, and has no muscle whatsoever, but yet he wants to be like the fucking baddest man on the fucking planet and shit with white hair. I'm already tired of that style. That style is like retarded and stupid. And they still have that costume here,
yeah.
and it looks
I still think it was hilarious that they threw in that Easter egg in the very beginning of the game.
that one. That was cool. Yeah.
Like, hey guys, it's a brand new game, but look, he still looks like the old Dante that we still know.
I think Ninja Theory really went ham on it and did a decent job. The only thing I could say that I did not like is that the game was too short.
It did feel a little short. Like I would have loved like an hour or so more of his actual play, and from what it seems like, maybe like an hour or so more of the Virgil play.
Oh, have it go like cross and shit, like
Yeah,
cross storylines, and then in the final act put them all together.
yeah.
That would be interesting. That would be cool.
Like, hey, I'm back from my self-imposed hell, ready to do some more shit, bust up some faces.
I would have been a lot more interested in this DLC if it was how he got into that whole like position that he got himself into, like becoming like the renegade that everyone was talking about, the rebel that was going after,
Yeah.
all that political bullshit that was happening in the actual DMC game. So I would have enjoyed that storyline more than what we got now.
What? You get a fuck it up.
You could do that in the air. Um, use your angelic sword in the air, and it could do that projectile shit. Like he throws his sword at him.
Oh crap! It's too.
So which two of the brothers would you go for?
Oh shit.
Oh damn, you're gonna die.
A little overzealous there. Just kind of put myself in the situation.
Who do you think is better,
Uh,
Virgil or Dante, in this game?
ooh, I haven't really had a chance to see all that Virgil can do. So if I had to,
Base
So-
it on the beginning, like from what Dante started off with and what Virgil starts off with. Basically, it's bare bone, naked, standard stuff, vanilla style.
guess it would. Okay, are we counting when they get? No, okay, that's not vanilla because when they first get the weapons, that's when he first gets his weapons. So.
Hmm.
Uh,
If you
guess
want,
it would have to be.
this is what Dante, this is what Virgil can actually do right now. If I could, goddamn, pause the damn game. I'll show you right now.
And then we switch to the ass kickery.
Wait, okay.
I really rather like the whole system for his projectile with the illusion swords.
Yeah, and also this.
Dude.
He-
Spiral swords.
He
Fuck
got
yeah.
spiral sword. Ah, come on.
Do they give you a way to cancel that out like they do with Dante?
What do you mean?
To cancel out the chainsaw guy's invincible mode.
I have no idea if they do. I mean, I'm
Try that on him.
what, like parrying it?
No, not parrying it. That like ground stab. I'm guessing that's a demonic.
That?
No, no, you were on the ground and yeah,
That.
yeah. There you go.
Okay.
We get the chance. Try that one next.
Oh shit. That's pretty much the angelic version of. I mean, the demonic version of.
Yeah. And his
What's the name
fighting
of it?
style completely changes too.
Hmm?
His fighting style completely changes too. Instead of the quick slashes, he does those more slow, heavy style.
Yeah. Well,
That's a nice change.
that's the same.
Yeah, I
The
know.
same thing for Dante too when he uses his demonic
Or
weapon.
just sword style transition because you see his whole.
Alright, did I just
They
like?
did a good job implementing it on him as well.
I like this too. How like he can actually like trick up and trick down.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool. But what the fuck is going on? It's like the creatures didn't even spawn and shit. Look, they're not spawning.
Oh shit.
Am I like in a glitch or something? I'm actually in limbo!
Oh no!
What the hell is going on here?
Where'd the chainsaw guy go? You didn't actually kill him.
Yes, I did. I killed him.
Oh.
But the
Brilliant.
two shield guys, I mean the three shield guys came out. They didn't even pop up. Wow, I'm like kind of upset right now. Fuck it. There you go. Basically, to activate Spiral Swords, you have to have your double trigger maxed out, and you hold the X button. And that's how he goes into that double trigger.
Alright. It's time to cause some havoc.
I killed her. And you are stronger now. Isn't that what you always wanted? Power. Absolute power, Virgil. You are a son of Sparta. Become the son of Sparta.
Really?
See,
Really?
Welcome to hell, brother. I don't have a brother anymore. Cute. You know, I was the one running away, living in the slums. You enjoyed a comfortable life. Look who's on top now. You don't belong anywhere. Guess that's why you're here. Well, that because I killed you.
Yeah, see, this is why I say it's a self-imposed hell, because there's a lot of parts in this black and white comic style thing that shows that he's not really dead. It's all in his head.
that could be what's going on.
So wait.
Oh, you get double trigger here. I guess since I restarted the level, don't really have double trigger. To teleport up is LB, like neutral. And to teleport down is RB, neutral. I have summoned swords, I think, at level 3. It like goes faster. So, what's your take on DMC as a whole, in its entirety as a whole?
It was is a rather interesting retelling of Dante's story, since they had to change it up. Him being, an actual Nephilim, being half devil, half angel, instead of half human, half devil. Wow.
I thought that was an interesting take on it.
Yeah, and because of that, them having to take out the lock on freed up a lot of the combos in this too.
And I like how like the combo system, well, actually the moves list is not too overwhelming. It's like it has enough moves that you're actually going to use. It's not like a barrage of fucking moves and then like you only stay with like 2 or 3 moves that you actually use.
Yeah.
So I like how it's very limited, but yet it's good because you actually do tend to use all those moves in a combo because they all connect very well together. When you do that in the air, mash beat where he could come back down with the stab. Alright. So review to us what you think of DMC. And rate it.
Well, if I had to rate DMC, I'd give it a 7.5 on being a very well-rounded action adventure game. But there are some points in the story that I kind of didn't like. Ah, don't get hit. Don't get hit. Sorry.
That was a pretty decent combo. That was a decent finish too.
Trying.
So go ahead.
You know you can't keep up with your big brother. Try harder.
See, that part kind of bugged me out. I thought Dante was the little one.
Yeah.
I mean, even though they're twins and all, but I thought Virgil was the one that...
Big brother, and then
Yeah.
Dante was supposed to be
the smaller one, yeah.
Just hit him with a train.
So, what didn't you like about the story?
Transport.
What was it? It's kind of hard to put it out there when I'm trying to enjoy it now.
I thought you could do both at the same time, brother.
Thought I could too.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail now.
Oh no.
I might have to edit a few things. Or if not, just leave it standalone. I don't know.
Thank goodness for technology.
Yes! Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I can't really say the transitions in between certain things, but that was my fault. Random cat.
Not like, so cute. Hmm?
Yeah, I'm not. I guess I can't answer that one right now. It's kind of sad.
There was a lot of things I liked about this game, and there was a lot of things that I was like, okay, that was kind of neat, but it felt too much like a filler. Like for example, no, you could shoot it with your swords, normal swords.
I thought it was one of those things where you had to hold the power and then you'd be immune to it. So I was holding double trigger.
Yeah.
I mean,
what was I gonna say? You remember that part where you have to get that dude's eye?
yeah.
That part I thought was like a huge filler, but yet it's a good thing that it didn't last too long. It was just like literally, I don't know, like 15 minutes for that one mission.
Yeah. let's see. I kept getting stuck on that one part where you actually retrieve the eye, and I thought I had to fight all the enemies from that one little cement piece in the center until like the third try. I'm like, oh wait, I can walk on the glass, but not for too long because then you actually fall down through. But that came in handy. What I would actually do there was I'd break some of the glass, run back to the center, and just have the enemy shoot them with the gun, and just have some of the enemies fall through.
Interesting. That's pretty sweet. Also the boss fights, very predictable. Like every boss fight had only one pattern. Like usually when you play an action game, there you go, your devil trigger's back on. Basically, when you play an action game, usually the bosses have like 2 to 3 patterns. Nothing too like amazing or anything, but for certain situations they'll change it up. And this game, it was just straight on, just one style, one pattern, and you could easily kill a boss without even getting hit. Easily.
Yeah, I can't say much. I got hit a lot.
Wow, I had no problems with bosses at all. Not one boss gave me a headache.
Well, yeah, I've actually seen everything. I guess I'm gonna go back through the game and try and make sure I don't get hit at all. I'll do what's that? The Heaven or Hell difficulty.
Well, yeah, Heaven and Hell, or is it Hell and Hell?
Heaven and Hell is everybody dies one hit, including yourself, while Hell and Hell is enemies have normal health and you die in one hit.
Right. Okay.
Double trigger.
So after you get to see this double trigger, go back to the actual DMC game, where you could see the costumes and stuff, and also the perks that come with it that I was telling you about. I think like a few days ago or yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah. Sorry, that the hyperbolic time chamber got me lost with like.
I told you, it completely warps your perception of time.
The hyperbolic time chamber was amazing. There was like 3 bloods, I think it was, rotating.
Yeah.
What was that shit?
Blackberry Kush and Star OG.
Damn, yo, that shit hit me type weird. Like I was shaking a little bit, but then like. It was funny though, like when I was sitting down normal, I was shaking. Like, I was shaking, like, I was like, my senses was so acute that I could actually hear people from like the other side of the wall and shit. And I could hear like, dudes breathing. So that's why I would turn around like, what the fuck? I hear this nigga breathing dumb hard. But yet he's looking at me normal. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
Yeah, stuff gets...
But then when I started playing Marvel, that whole thing just went away. My fucking senses just went straight into that game, and I was just playing that as normal. Yeah. It was weird.
You know what's funny too? The one guy who mentioned like, yo, we let somebody come into the house and just basically disgrace us and shit. Like I hadn't told them that you had just won an MVC championship. So they were like, what? Like I went back today and had told them that they were all.
Oh, really?
One guy still had, the guy who had said that doesn't know just yet. We're still trying to debate on whether we want to tell him or not.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it was fun, like really cool group of guys and shit. Just chilling, smoking, doing whatever we could. And, I thought they would be a lot better, to be totally honest. Because you told me that you're, like, pretty much the bar for that group. And I feel that you play a lot better than they do.
That's weird.
I really do.
I'll say this, though. The bar is rusty. Mm-hmm. So, everybody... Because, you know what it was? We all really did play regular MVC and Ultimate MVC 3 for like a year and a half straight. Mm-hmm. No matter what else we had in the house, we always played at least an hour of that. So, we were all well-practiced, had our combos down and everything. If I had to say, I probably have the most practice since I've had
played me and stuff online and at the store and shit.
Yeah. So actually, they want you to come back in maybe like 2 weeks.
Oh, they want to take a 2 week training course and shit.
Yes.
Alright, I don't mind going back to the hyperbolic time chamber. And that's a really cool name too. Like, see, I have just the lab and the Death Star lab and shit. Like, that's my place. Like, you go to my phone right now, my internet is the Death Star. That's what my thing is called. And like, they have the hyperbolic time chamber.
Dead ass.
Sounds cool.
Yo, another reason why, well, the main reason, the whole time thing, I thought when we were leaving, it was like 1 in the morning. It was only like 10.
Yo, I thought it was so late outside. To be honest, too, I'm like, yo, what time is it? Then when I came home, it was like 10:30. I was like,
What the fuck?
well, fuck it. I thought it was mad late.
No.
Oh man, nah, but it was really cool playing Marvel and shit. That was fun as hell.
Oh, and I'm kind of sad because even though you had let me download MVC2, I had left my power cable at the house, so I didn't get back to this morning. I was just at home watching TV, like I'm up high, looking around my room, thinking what I was supposed to do, and doing some other stuff. But yeah.
Yeah,
Back to Devil May Cry.
that was it was cool. Savage. Saw that stack. I love that shit. Ah, you killed it.
You seen that, right?
You dodged. You did trick on him.
I thought I missed it because
Not his dashes are so much better than Dante's, to where he actually disappears and shit. Like his hitbox totally vanishes. Unlike Dante's doesn't vanish. Dante can actually get hit while he's dodging. So yeah.
see, I've been timing it wrong. And buy one piece of this. And buy one piece
Don't
of
hold
this.
it too long.
Fuck your shit.
I always try to end it as flashy as possible by using that. That shit builds up S rank so fast. You have to hit him, yeah. That's not gonna help. There you go. Oh well, just go to the main menu and go to the actual DMC game. That's how far I got. It's not even that far. At least I hope it's not. Go all the way back to actual DMC.
Yamato.
Dante must cry. Go into Devil May Cry and then do mine. Hit continue. I love these combos.
Out of all the weapons, I have to say my favorite is the scythe.
But it's the weakest.
Well, see, with my setup, I had feeder all the way to level 3.
I have everything level 3.
No, I'm just saying, like, for early in the game.
Uh-huh.
That's the first thing I had leveled up completely.
Right.
So, Trap him nowhere.
I have the Dante outfit on.
Oh boy.
Safe?
Get over here. So,
You use that gun? That's one pistol that I really hate in this game. Oh yeah, I changed the style of the weapons. Some of it is like bone, some of them is like samurai, others are whatchamacallit. What was the other one? I forgot the color of the other one.
that's actually really cool though. Stop shooting me. Out of here. Thank you.
See, look how he looks.
It really does look like him.
Yeah.
No, I like it, more so in the fact that it seems like they changed the character art.
Just minor, because in the original character art, he had another stash right there, like another like hook.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like it looks exactly the same. And of course, his face doesn't really like. His face looks more like
It
Caucasian
yeah,
than
instead
anything. It doesn't really look Japanese.
It doesn't look like what?
He doesn't look Japanese.
There was one area in here that I couldn't get to. Where was it?
And the other costumes are kind of gay. It's like emo Dante and stuff. He just has like a black shirt on, whatever. Like,
I remember seeing this one costume of him wearing a hood. His skin is all black and he's got like a white skull painted on his face. Does he have that one in this?
I don't even remember if that one was there. Actually, go back to the restart menu. Restart the level. And I think you should be able to change. See, when you do shit like that and you still in the air, that's brolic.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's not gonna let you. Press start.
I remember coming
Skip
here.
all that shit.
Mother used to bring us here. Tell me everything.
Oh wait,
so
they
that-
actually showed the crap.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say they actually showed the costumes that you had on them.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's not what I wanted to. Oh no, you could do it from here. I forgot. You could do it from the main menu.
Mana.
I'm up to what, chapter 3, right?
Yeah.
So you have
Skins
classic
and
Dante,
perks.
original, standard. Then you have Dark Dante, Neo Dante, and that's it.
Hmm.
Those are what you get. I think Dark Dante is what you was talking about. Oh, okay. So this is the colors. It gets bone, gold, shit like that. Those are the colors.
Samurai. It just fills in the whole.
I like the bone one.
Yeah.
This, that looks more like a scythe.
Yeah. Oh wait, that looks awesome. The bone.
And then you get the orb harvester, which increases the number of red orbs dropped. And then you also get the item finder.
Yeah, I need to get this.
Which I think that's stupid how like you have to buy like I think this comes with the weapons, those item things. It comes with the weapons. I just hate the fact that you have to buy something in order to get what's already programmed into the system.
Yeah, something like this, they could have give you if you after you beat the game and after each difficulty level that you complete as well.
Yeah, exactly.
I can understand if the skin had super. Well, you said there are some skins that have like attributes to them. Like
No,
if they were.
and I was actually mistaken. It was actually with the weapons. Those are what comes with it.
Ah, okay. Look, I can understand if they had like separate skin sets that gave you like extra abilities or whatnot, like dealing more damage or you nullify damage or something like that.
Right.
But yeah,
But
paying for this.
this shit kind of sucks, man. I want to see how Dark Dante looks. Start the mission. After we see this, then let's just go into the review and also get to what we was gonna do, because I think we're running behind. Fucking loading.
You remember this place? Yeah, I remember coming here. Mother used to bring us here. Tell me everything. Some things have always been. There have always been angels.
That's Dark Dante.
There have always been demons. And
That
there's
looks
always been
kinda cool.
war.
Yeah.
9 millennia ago, one demon rose.
That's enough. Well. Oh well. So that was Devil May Cry.
Yep, loads of fun.
75, you said?
Yeah, like 7.5.
7.5?
Yeah.
I'll give it around that too. Mainly because the bosses sucked. You have to buy things that you could have. That the game itself should have rewarded you after you ended it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that was kind of like a stab in the face right there. Not even a stab in the back, a stab in the face. And the game was actually good. Like the storytelling wasn't bad. It was very good. Won't say great, but what really held this game down was the combat.
Yeah.
Combat was very smooth, and I was actually impressed with Ninja Theory because I hated Ninja Gaiden 3, and I was hoping that it did not go there, and I'm happy it didn't go there.
Yeah. The whole. Yeah. If you had just one weapon through the whole thing, Ninja Gaiden, I think it really would have just destroyed Devil May Cry, because his whole thing was being over the top with different weapons and combos and whatnot, and just they really gave you more free reign over combos since there was no actual. I think that's what they had to sacrifice for that. They had to sacrifice an actual lock-on system,
Mhm.
so you could switch in between.
What, in Devil May Cry?
Yeah, for this one.
I think it has a knock-on system. It's just not visible. Because if you
It's
think about it, like when you use the gun, it automatically locks onto the character that's the nearest to him.
okay. When I say lock-on system, I mean like the actual
That like that one-on-one dynamic.
yeah, where the camera
Okay.
actually follows and there's a marker on it.
Okay,
It's more
I understand what you're
yeah.
saying.
With this one, it's just more directional.
Mhm.
So you just stop in the middle, switch weapons, switch directions.
I kind of like it that way.
Yeah.
Mm, Like then it would make it seem a little bit more like Assassin's Creed if you had that lock-on system like that. But it's cool. I like it. So I will give it a 75 also.
Yeah. Fighting me. Art. Kidding.
Uh, I'm getting the capture card. Well, the capturing device. It's actually a device.
Yeah.
Check it out.
And then we can do.
Like, what's gonna be really cool about it, like, it's mobile, so I could take it to your house, record something there from your 360 and stuff. We play whatever, and it has its own storage device. So everything that we record is gonna be in there.
Or from the hyperbolic time chamber.
That too, I could connect it to
Yeah.
the PS3. I could connect it to anything that you know that it could fit.
Speaking of recordings, what are you gonna do with that first Marvel match that you did on your phone?
I'm not gonna do anything with it. Did you see how it is?
No.
Because I was like so shaky.
Dude, I was trying to give you a chair so this way we could just.
Yeah, but you took 3 years just to give it to me with
My
your
God.
high ass. He was like, okay. Then you got up and
Because
you
I was
stood
trying
there
to
for like
figure out
2
where the
minutes.
heck everything was supposed to go. It was like.
You
stuff
was
in the
trying
chair.
to figure out where everything was supposed to go, yet you could just easily move the damn thing to the back of the thing of the. I forgot it was like a. What was it that was behind the chair? There was something behind the chair that
There
you
was
actually
another
threw
chair
it
and
into.
a little table there, but that was already stuffed, and I was trying to
Mhm.
kind of live there, so it's like I'm trying to make sure stuff is visible. So they're like, "Hey, I kind
Oh.
of live there, and then I don't live there." So you know,
No, I
Trying to make
understand.
sure-
It's like it's that.
there it
it's,
is.
It's that brotherly love shit that since you guys grew up together or like you guys are so close that you basically live there and you call his mom too
Yeah.
and shit. So yeah, I get that. I have friends like that too. One question: what the fuck happened to you when I asked you to get me water?
I went in.
You took
Cleaned
like
up.
3 years just to come back from getting water. We was actually worried about you.
The water pitchers were empty. I filled them up.
That shit was funny, dude.
Why are we recording this piece? Oh yeah.
See, it's. I'm not gonna really do anything with it. And there was times where I just like kept it low because I was looking like over it and shit. It was so fun, bro.
Yeah, I think that was the first time that Xbox has really been in that house in like years.
It looks like we're playing on the Xbox until I like look down and use a PS3 controller. It's like, oh shit.
'Cause you know what Joe had one, but
He got rid of it.
yeah, he had one of the elites, and for some reason Microsoft, they have great customer service, but for some reason when it came to him, they just kind of dicked him on it
What do you mean?
because he was within the warranty, but they didn't want to help him with his system because he had caught the red ring, and he was just pissed and just took it out and cremated it.
Oh my god.
Yes, he cremated his Xbox.
That's, in a way, that sounds really fucking cool, but in a way, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. It was fun. We took it out to the park and just
He took it out to the park.
yeah, took it. Yeah, it wasn't one of those nice cremations where you know like goodbye, like, tears and shit. No, this was like one of those brutal cremations where like I don't like you. He's just smashing it, put paper and
I
stuff
want
on
the
top
damn-
of it.
I want the lighter.
Just burn.
Alright, you didn't technically show me how to freaking let the dragon.
Light,
Yeah, how do you do it?
let go.
Oh, fucking A. Ooh. It's like breathing through like its nostrils and shit. That's kind of hot.
Me and my dragon
There you go.
lantern. Me and my dragon lantern. It's more like a lantern because that actually keeps going whether you want to or not.
Yeah, but look, it splits.
Yeah.
You see that shit? That's kind of cool. It's like it's breathing through its nostrils. Well, breathing fire through its nostrils. That's kind of dope.
Deadass. I'm kind of digging the other nickname my friend gave me.
What?
Inspector Gadget.
Gave you Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, my friend gave me a nickname. Well,
What the fuck? You got clippers too and shit?
No, it's a multi-tool. It's a pair of pliers. It's a Leatherman, man.
My God. Where were you when I was actually like going out there and taking apart picking computers with just a screwdriver? Could have easily just used that shit.
I was pulling apart doors and ripping up carpet and moving shit. Seriously, that
It's
thing has
also a
come
box
in handy.
cutter too, right?
Yeah, that thing has come in handy so many times. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Dun, dun, dun.
It's type heavy though. So yeah, that's the capture card right there. Well, capturing device. That's what it is. Let me see if I could get a bigger screen. There you go. You see? Looks like a big ass DVR and shit.
Yeah, it does.
And then here's the ports and stuff. 360. It has its own menu. These are like the clips that could be saved in there after you're done. And then you put the, video quality and whatnot. And then you put your hard drive in there if you have an internal hard drive. You put your hard drive in there, you store it in there, and then you put it back on the computer, and there you go. Or you could have external, which you connect it to the USB, or you could use my phone, and I could, pass it through from there.
So, what style of hard drive does that use? Is that just a PC
Regular
hard drive?
PC desktop hard drive.
Nah, so you can just take it. You can go get like a terabyte or something, slap that in there, and just. Nice.
Yeah.
You have fun, sir.
I don't know what it comes with. Like, what's like the default in it? Well, I'm getting it used from somebody. I paid like $105 when literally it's supposed to be 138, like $140. So I'm like, whatever. You record without a PC, goes up to 1080p. Doesn't actually tell you. It's 3 pounds. Pretty type heavy. It works for all game consoles. I don't think it tells you. It doesn't say. It records in MP4 formats, so that's fucking awesome. So I don't have to like go through any conversions and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it plays on everything. MP4 is on everything. And it's 4 stars. It's solid.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. We're gonna be in business next week.
Alright.
Yeah. We're trying to think of a name for this for these type of things. What should we call it?
A name for this?
Yes, for these. Because it's all gonna go under my NGR Productions, which is New Generation Rebels.
Yeah, you're just having fun with that, aren't you?
I'm trying to let it light. It's not doing it anymore.
It might be running out.
Yeah, whatever. Here
Yeah,
You got it.
it burns it like nobody's business. Yeah, that's running out.
All right.
Refill it when I get home.
So let's just like throw out names and shit.
And well, we could base it on, since it's already going to be under NGR Productions. It could be NGR game reviews.
I guess, but this is a podcast. This ain't the game reviews.
The NGR Awesome Cast.
Nice. Yeah. We could keep that for now. All right. For those of you that don't know us, which is all of you,
Hello, world.
and the two of you that are actually listening to us right now, this is our first one, and it might be our last.
Oh no.
Let's not make it happen. Let's not let this happen. Yeah, basically, our setup was gonna be like this. Like, we're not gonna always have. I mean, we're new to this.
Yeah.
This is like totally brand new to us. I decided to put this together because, you know, we have conversations about video games and shit, and it goes pretty fluid and shit, you know. And, you know, right now we had like that big ass long pause in the beginning for a few minutes there. It was a long ass time.
Yeah, that's mostly my bad because it's one of those stage fright out the wazoo things.
Right.
I'm trying to forget it's not even there, but it's not working.
Right. So, you know, the more we do it, the more it will be. It will be awesome. Basically, the way that we're always gonna start this off is we're always gonna be playing a game, whether it will be new, old, or whatever.
Yeah.
Or even fucking retro. Fuck it.
Dude.
Fucking throw out some Mega Man 2 out there or some shit. Like, you know what I mean? Or go into like the old school Zelda with the gold cartridge. Yeah.
5 on that one.
Okay. There you go. We could do that. But basically, we're gonna always start off with a game, and we're just gonna discuss what we're seeing and, you know, how we're taking it in, or if it's something old and we've played it before, like, just reminisce on it and just be like, oh, this is great, or, oh, this shit fucking sucks.
Don't get me started. I can probably reminisce for hours.
So, we're gonna do something like that. We're gonna get the website up. If this shit actually goes well, we'll fucking create a website.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put up a Gmail account where they could like email us what they want to see, or, you know, just feedback and shit. I don't know. I don't feel
the
like
first one. This is our first go. I can understand if we actually make it through this and we start talking, but right now.
Right. We might have to edit some things, or we might just fucking throw it out raw. Fuck that shit. There's still freaking game footage that's being played in the background. Everyone can hear that through that fucking mic. So it's pretty cool. So basically, we're gonna start it off like that. Then we were gonna go into the news, go into the upcoming games that we're looking forward to. We was gonna talk about the PlayStation 4, which we should start with that. You got to see the conference?
Sadly, no. I was working that day.
So was I. But did you get to read it?
Oh yeah, I've read up on it though.
What
It's
was
funny,
your
I work in
opinion on
games and then I get to miss the game conferences. It's like a catch-22. It's like
What was your opinion on it?
they're basically doing what they were trying to do in the beginning, and by that I mean with the PSP and the PS3, with the cross-compatibility and mobility of play with the certain games, they've actually just dragged it out for an entire generational console and then made something new and then done it again. But hopefully, actually, this time they get to go through with it. Because who wouldn't love to take, I don't know, Call of Duty or 2K or their favorite online fighting game and just go around beating the crap out of people online from work, go home, throw it on the big screen, not even be in, I don't know, the John. Still doing it. Racking up mad kills and stuff. Like, okay, I'm tired of this little screen. I'm going into the living room and beat my friends in real life, or just keep using it as a controller. Going on. Well, speaking of which, I'm. It's kind of sad how the Wii U has actually beat them to that as of now. Although it does seem
Technically,
like they copied the idea from them in the beginning.
all right. Here's something that I could say about Nintendo that it will always stand to the test of time. They always come out with innovative stuff before any other system. They came out with the motion controller way before. Well, technically no, bullshit. PlayStation came out with the motion controller way before anybody, with the PS1. It was actually a successful controller for the
Oh
for the
yeah,
PS1, which didn't go nowhere.
which is why I don't know.
Because technology back then wasn't as advanced as we have it now, so it didn't really, it didn't translate. It didn't translate well. But they brought out the whole motion controller for everything, which was kind of neat. And then you could always use your GameCube controller or your Wii.
Yeah.
Oh, besides that,
Thank you, Brox.
that gamepad controller sucked. That classic controller that the Wii came out with.
Oh yeah, that one. Then they had the whole redesign thing, and then they tried to
That
make
was god awful. That was like that shit was so plastic. It felt so bad.
Just let us keep using the GameCube controllers. We do that anyway, and it's
Yeah.
still rocks.
Or if not, fuck it, get a port for we could use a 64 controller, which would not work.
Yeah.
No, well, actually
Well,
it would.
It would, but it would still be awkward going. You're playing, say, like even with Smash Brothers, I can understand.
Smash Brothers would definitely work.
That bear claw controller switching from the left to the center, it's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I need this button, buttons. So, me personally, I think I'd probably just stick with a GameCube controller or just flip the. No, yeah, I'd use the Wiimote and nunchuck.
I was never a fan of the GameCube controller until the Wii came out.
Until we can.
Yeah, I never liked the GameCube controller. I hated the way that it felt in my hands, and I got small hands. That's the funny thing. It was built for small-handed people and shit, and it never worked out for me. Same thing with the PlayStation. I played with Xbox. You know what controller I stayed with for like the entire time the original Xbox came out? The first controller, the big ass fucking monster
that
jump
one?
up. And I was playing perfect with it with my little ass hands.
Wow.
It was fucking amazing. But then I had to get the original, the smaller one because that shit burnt out on me.
Aw.
Which I never heard a controller burn out on people before. So, but anyway, I never liked the GameCube controller. But when the Wii came out and the Wii Motion and the Wii remote and everything with the nunchuck and shit, never liked that shit.
Seriously?
Did not like it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to GameCube, and I ended up liking it.
Honestly, the first free moment I had, I dead ass was like spinning it on the Wiimote, doing it like trying to do like an actual nunchuck and shit. Yeah, that didn't go well.
I liked how like the Wii remote when it came out, it was like, oh, this is very responsive, but yet you do like a motion and it does the like its own little fucking slashes and shit because it wasn't really responsive until they came out with the Wii Motion Plus,
yeah.
which that didn't really help as much as people thought it would. And then I loved how they called it the condom.
Or the love
Wii
glove.
condom. Or the love glove to fucking put on the Wii. I was dying when I heard that. The fucking Wii condom.
Boy, let me see if I can't find that. But back on to
The PlayStation 4, yeah.
Yeah. I really hope that they're able to work out the kinks for the social networking, because
With that share button?
yeah, that you'll be able to capture any actual video from
The game and stuff.
and just post it on wherever you want right then and there.
I just hope that it's not standard to YouTube, though.
Yeah. Because I know a lot of people would definitely want to post to Facebook or something else.
Yeah, of course. There was other, like, I was, like, looking at a video of, like, these three people talking about the PlayStation 4, and they were talking about the share button, how, like, it's cool for like people who are in that um in that field, like reviewing games and stuff like that, like we are about to do right now.
Mm.
That it's easier for us to actually like get video capturing without
Having to.
setting everything up and shit. So it's like, oh shit, something cool just happened. Automatic save. It's not like, fuck, I didn't have the capture card on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that type of thing is cool. And also,
Oh,
they
boy,
were going to
boy.
be upset if that shit only said, like, if you hit the share button, all it shows was Facebook and Twitter and shit, just the social networks, and does absolutely nothing but just, like, easy access to those fucking social networks. That would have been so awful. What were you
Everybody
trying
would
to
be dumping their
Oh,
half videos on there, and whatnot. I mean, every now and then I can understand everybody has that awesome moment they want to put up, but like, there's only so much you can go through before you're just like, okay, that's good, and the rest is just.
that is true. What do you think of the controller?
It's the PlayStation controller with a touchpad in the middle. It looks like they tried to. They're really trying hard to make sure people tie in the Vita with it.
I didn't like that controller at all. We saw nothing different about that controller.
It's basically the same thing because
Just a little bit rounded. It's like the edges are a little rounded, and I think it's like
it seems
a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Just slightly, just because of the touchpad. That's why it's wider. It's because of the touchpad.
Well, we'll see what happens because remember when PS3 was first supposed to come out, they had the Batarang, but then they switched to the DualShock 3, which is the current standard.
I would have
So,
loved the Batarang.
that'd be really interesting playing with an actual.
It
What would-
looked weird, but my thoughts when I saw the boomerang controller was, fuck! And then it came back to me, and I just started playing again. Just launch that shit somewhere, and then it comes back.
I know a lot of people who end up throwing the controllers would definitely be happy about that. Well, happy and sad at the same time because they don't realize it's coming back right in the head. So,
Yeah, that shit would have been so cool, man. It's all good.
so there's also that one little rumor about PlayStation further copying off of, well, further extending their network services onto almost like Xbox, how the online won't be free, but it's a good thing considering with PlayStation when you play online, they're not actually taking care of the servers.
It's never moderate.
Yeah.
There's no moderators on it. Since it's a free service, they really don't give a shit. Unless something bad happens, like it gets hacked, and then they fucking down for like another 2 months.
Which they were hacked like.
Which it always happens.
When was the last time they were hacked? Like last year, a couple months ago or something.
It was a few months ago, but it was last year.
Yeah. But so it's definitely a good thing. I just feel bad for the people who aren't already used to paying for some kind of subscription.
I really don't care. I mean, I pay for Xbox Live.
And
Not
we
that-
get we get what we pay for though. It's
Mhm.
monitored service. If anything actually happens,
I would say that the banned service sucks though. It's never like they never truly ban people that you think should be banned. They only ban people that like have retarded names.
well, yeah, there still has to be a certain level of monitoring with that as well. I mean, there should be some. There's free choice in what you want to name yourself, but
Mhm.
I can't even think of anything crazy because even some of the more crazy names just. I played against somebody named Zoo Poop.
Zupu.
Zoo Poop, like really, couldn't think of anything a little more interesting. I mean, it's good for a laugh, but afterwards it's like, I was killed by Zoo Poop. I must destroy him. That or it's time to call in the cleaner.
The cleaner, like the names on Xbox Live is just amazing though.
Ajax.
They have like the greatest names of all time. It's just awesome.
Yeah. Your cat is just like here. She won't leave me alone.
My cat is awesome.
Yeah, yeah, she is.
But what what do you think the future holds for the PS4?
Well,
Besides it being new generation and shit. But
yeah, I think it all depends on the game lineup itself. I mean, God of War is definitely done. To me, there's no more foreseeable story to it. They've already done him in the beginning. He's been the God of War. They've taken away his powers, and he got the Titans. Now they're starting from when he had to off his family, which is definitely going to be kind of emotional for people who actually get into the game like that. But there's nothing else they could do with that. So, the Assassin's Creed 4 looks well, although I'm still kind of miffed at the fact that they went back in time instead of forward.
Assassin's Creed is confusing. I mean, Ubisoft itself is confusing the shit out of me because of that. Because it's like, you took a character that was during the French Revolution? No,
No, that's
the
for 3. It's the American.
the American Revolution, yeah, which was in the 1800s, like towards the late 1800s. Then you go back in time and go to like the early 1700s. How do you do that?
I have no idea. It would have.
But it does look amazing though.
It really does. I still would have accepted the whole him being a pirate thing if they had just simply put it like right after Connor, like 2 or 3 generations after him, because piracy has gone on for who knows that. Like, it goes on today even, so it would have fit.
No, but back then you had the true pirates and shit, because you had Blackbeard and you had all these like fictional. I mean, not fictional, but you had all these like historical characters that were in that time. So I understand why they went through that time period, but I just don't understand why call it Assassin's Creed 4. And what's the point of going back unless Connor couldn't find something?
It must have been something big for them to have to go backwards in time.
It has to be something that it has to be something with Connor. Like Connor couldn't find the artifact, even though it was presented to him in the beginning. Yeah. Well, you haven't played Assassin's Creed 3, but that's my theory. That has to happen. That's the only logical thing I could think of right now. That Connor must have failed at something. So I could see us in Assassin's Creed 4 playing as Connor, and then Desmond is like, we have to go back further because something wasn't matching up.
If they do that, then or something along those lines, then yeah, it would definitely make sense. Then, but besides that, nah.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else was it? It was.
What are you looking forward to?
I actually really want to play the new Infamous because it's not even supposed to be Cole this time. It's supposed to be another character, but he still has lightning powers. So yeah, I thought it was Cole at the beginning, but it's.
You're looking forward for Infamous?
I like Infamous. I do.
I didn't like Infamous. The whole like. I couldn't believe that this character Cole was a fucking paper boy. And then he gets struck by lightning or whatever the fuck it was.
No, see,
he was a courier.
Yeah, he was a courier.
Same thing.
And he was delivering the arc core or whatnot. But it was basically an energy source, and it was really fragile, so it was more like a bomb. And it went off, and then everybody got infected
from the radiation.
Yeah, and since he was at the epicenter, he got super dosed. And that's how he first got his powers. And then the first one, he's just going through the story, trying to figure out how he can get a handle on his powers and who he can trust and whatnot, and make a niche for himself. And then the second one, well, at the end of the first one, he finds out he has to fight this huge monster that was created from the radiation as well, and it's tracking him down. So he ends up. There's a lot of ups and downs in it, but it's definitely fun, especially just the fact that you're shooting lightning the whole time. You have magnetic powers. You're floating. You're bashing people.
No, it does sound like an interesting premise and everything.
Mm.
But it's just, I don't know. Do you think it was better than Prototype? I didn't really like Prototype 1, but Prototype 1 was good. Just didn't really like it as much that I would have loved to.
It was interesting for its time, considering they both came out around
Relatively
the same period.
yeah.
Just the whole difference was, hey, I'm shooting lightning. Everything's energy based. I'm like, hey, I'm morphing things from my flesh, and
He's just shifter.
he's let's see, the combination I had basically put for him was playing a mix-up of Spider-Man, Hulk, and if I had to, like a little bit of Spawn, just a little bit.
I could see that.
Because you're running on walls doing Spidey shit and gliding around, but then you've got the smashing power abilities going on for the Hulk, and then just...
The abilities in that game, no lie, was really good. The only thing that fucked it up was the storytelling. The storytelling was very bland and kind of boring.
Most of the missions were good too, but then after a certain point, they got just kind of repetitive.
Yeah, it got boring. That shit was just awful that way.
Where are the rocket launchers? Oh yes, you can pick up weapons and do that. I keep forgetting. Just the whole being able to run around. Oh, my health is going down. Snag soldier. Do some crazy kind of kill animation. My favorite one where he just takes his hand and crushes his skull into his abdomen, and then just absorbs the body. Like, hey, I've got new skills.
Yeah.
Which I was a little sad that you couldn't do a couple things with the tank.
No, other than pick it up.
Yeah, besides.
That was about it. And actually use it, but well, whatever.
I mean, you got to
like using a tank.
A little bit, yeah. Besides picking it up and throwing it at people, that's using it. But like actually getting in it.
You could use it. You could have gotten in it. That was fun.
Wish it was like a little minigun or something.
Yeah.
Although the main cannon does blow shit away like no tomorrow. So.
Yeah. So that's your upcoming. You want us to play Infamous too?
Infamous. Yeah. And what was the last game that was coming out?
To me, Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2. That's what I want to play.
That's going to be this gen, isn't it?
I think so. It should be this gen.
It's supposed to be, what, like a couple months from now, though?
I think it's this gen.
Yeah, they really changed the story on that one too.
In a way,
Gabriel's
I kind of
not supposed to be.
Yeah, I kind of feel that the storyline in this one will be. It changed for the good, but there was some things that I wanted. There's no release date, but it is coming out this year.
Oh, okay. Blaster.
I really wanted it to like keep it sort of similar to what I grew up with the Nintendo, Simon, all of that. But
yeah,
it's cool how they have Gabriel doing what he's doing and becoming who he is, and I'm just happy.
Yeah,
and then we actually get to see the birth of Alucard, because we never really got deep into Alucard, especially in Symphony of the Night. It was just there.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm Alucard. I'm the son of Dracula. That's all we knew about him, but we never knew exactly what happened.
The events that.
Yeah, the events that he had to go through
congealed
as a
into
childhood.
his creation. Yeah.
So this will be interesting. So that's mine.
Oh no,
Lord of
yeah,
Shadows 2. That game I want to play, and probably Grand Theft Auto, but not that much.
Grand Theft, with all this time that they've had and the pushbacks and everything, they really need to have their game on straight because they need to beat, in my opinion, Saints Row 3. Because in a game where you can do anything, they took it a step further.
Hmm.
Just
Oh, they were always a step further than Grand Theft Auto since the beginning. I think so. Like Saints Row 1 was just amazing.
even if you notice with Grand Theft Auto 4, they copied what was that the menu system, how
They
they
even.
used the cell phone and whatnot.
Hmm.
That and
But there was other games that were doing that also. So you can't really say that it was copying.
well, yeah, I guess I just use that one as the
And also, you also have to understand that in part 3, he had a beeper. You know what I mean? So it was like old school, man.
nice.
You know what I mean? So it's type cool, man. Really cool.
Part 3 really did a good job considering you got Horde mode, which the
Saints Row 3.
yeah.
Okay.
So they
Saints Row
basically
the third. That's
the third,
that's-
yes.
Oh man. So how do you THQ?
Oh yeah, I'm sad. THQ's
Sad,
gone.
sad,
They've
sad.
gone bankrupt.
I forgot who
And-
picked up Saints Row 2. It was some bullshit company. I forgot.
I didn't think they actually had picked up the individual games yet. I know Saints Row is most likely going to get snagged up quick. What's that? The wrestling games and
Darksiders didn't
yeah.
get caught up.
Darksiders.
Darksiders hasn't been picked up yet. It's still floating.
Yeah, I think at this point it's going to be tough to do another Darksiders because they've done the main writers. If you think about it,
Hmm.
stuff starts with war, continues with famine and pestilence, and then ends with death. So they just kind of war and then death. There's plus
No, but what's cool about Death, though, like, you got to play part 1. You got to play part 1.
yeah,
You got to end part 1.
I've seen the end.
You've seen the ending.
Yes.
Okay. During the events of part 1, Death came into the picture. You remember the ending of part 1 where you had the other three the other three horsemen flying in, and then they reunite with War?
Yeah.
Alright, basically this is Death's story. In part 2, this is Death's story of how he got to that point. So basically, part 2 is like in between part 1, like pretty much. Part 2 is basically part 1, but Death's version and how he can help out War. Because War is still pretty much, he's like still to blame and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny? They didn't completely. I guess that's a good thing that they kept it going with 2, because they still hadn't explained exactly how he gets blamed for destroying the world early.
They did explain that in the first one.
There was
It wasn't his
things
fault.
missing from it though.
No, they put the blame on him, and it wasn't really his fault. He was summoned by accident. Well, not by accident. It was on purpose. It was to actually blame the 4 horsemen, but War came into the picture first. And so they blamed him for the whole, like, devastation and destruction what was going on Earth. That's why you had the angels was like, oh, you have to, like, prove your innocence, and then you had to fight that angel dude at the end. That was kind of cool. And what I like about Darksiders 2 is that they changed the system dramatically. Like, it became a fucking RPG.
Yeah.
Which is freaking awesome, man. And then it had, like, slots, like he was playing fucking World of Warcraft or something. Like, that shit was mad cool. So, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm getting texts and stuff.
Let's see. I guess a big thing on Darksiders 2 that was good was the fact that when they did make it an RPG, a lot of the side missions also had different endings to them as well.
Oh, I haven't really noticed that.
Yeah, because there's this one character who's he helps you do training missions and whatnot, and you have to fight him. But if you what was it? If you do, I know if you don't fight him, you still can purchase weapons from him and whatnot. But if you do actually get a special weapon, try not to spoil it by saying purchase game.
Yeah,
People
no
obviously-
spoilers, no spoilers. Wait, you finished Darksiders 2 or something?
No.
Then how the fuck do you know about that shit? That doesn't mean anything. Like, you actually let people, like, customers tell you what's going on about the game?
My professional knowledge is power. So
Okay.
between that and watching mad YouTube videos,
Okay, fine. Well, yeah. When it comes to a game that I really want to play, that I'm like gonna put my whole effort in coming like in the future, I never want to hear anything about the game. I hear someone talk about, like, for example, Darksiders 2. Nah, I gotta leave. Or
okay,
don't talk about it.
No, yeah, there are definitely games that I don't want to hear anything about, but then other ones, it's like, sure, let me hear about this one. I've got the feeling I might not get my hands on it for a little bit of time, or if it's a hot game and I haven't had the chance to play it myself yet. Like, say, when Halo 4 first came out, there was at least like a 3-day span where I couldn't get it myself. So I knew I was going to find out exactly myself within a short amount of time, but I let people give me little snippets here and there. Tidbits.
Well, yeah, that's my thought of it. I guess you have your reasons too. So did you hear about this? The first unofficial Steam box coming out, and
This
it's
is-
gonna be $1,000.
This
The
better be.
XI3's piston.
This better be like the most super awesome gaming computer.
I mean,
Because honestly, with all these
let me see
game
if it's
systems and whatnot, yeah. With
is
all
it perfect for you.
these, yes.
Okay.
With all these game systems that's coming out and custom computers that you build for yourself that end up being really good on a budget, just
That's how it's gonna look.
it's smaller than a bread box.
It's called the Piston. Will launch this holiday at the starting price of $1,000. The hardware manufacturer announced it today. If you pre-order it before March 18th, you'll get a $100 discount. So basically, it'll be $900.
Oh goody.
So that definitely saves money. The Piston is the first PC designed specifically to play games in your living room using Steam's Big Picture mode. Valve is helping finance the machine, although the Steam makers are developing their own Steam box that will also be released this year, according to Valve boss Gabe Newell. So I'm guessing some company just decided to like bring out a system.
I'm sorry, but it feels a little bit like a rehash of On Live, which I believe was snagged up by Sony.
Yeah, I think so.
On Live was this micro console that like no bigger than your smartphone, and just as long as you had some kind of internet service, you could play some of even like the biggest titles they had on there. They had actually I think they had a couple exclusives too, but they had
She goes through under the door. Sorry, that was just my cat.
Okay,
Alright, go ahead.
They had Assassin's Creed. I think they actually even had Killzone, Need for Speed, LA Noire, Sims. I don't think they had Halo. I know they had Grand Theft Auto on there. But they had a whole group big name titles on there, and you could basically play the games anywhere and use basically any controller. Although the system did come with a controller itself, they even had an app that you could download on your PC, so you could play them that way as well. They had a
Where
video
was I when that shit came out?
on live. The actual on idea for on live has been floating around for like what, 5, maybe 6 years,
Yeah.
and it like maybe like 2 years ago, I would say, it looked like they were just about to come out, and I think it would have been a really big system because who doesn't want to walk around with an entire system in their pocket? Like, hey,
But are you gonna pay that price?
not that. Even on live was, if I remember pricing right, was what, $200, and that included the subscription fee.
I think
for the
just
subscription.
I think seeing that number, like that price tag, is gonna kill the video game industry. Cause there's no system to this in this day and day of age. Like, there's no system going for $1,000. Like, not even the Neo Geo went $1,000.
Well, if you want to count it, a high-end gaming computer would run you about that.
Yeah, but a high-end computer would run you about that. That could do that plus more. This is just gonna play Steam
Just for
fucking
games.
games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, hopefully this doesn't come out, and if it does come out, has to be cheaper than that. That's too expensive for just a small ass box.
I think if they can knock it down to maybe about like, I would even understand $600, maybe $5, because I know they have to make some kind of money at being a business and whatnot. But like 1,000, yeah, that's too much.
Borderlands 2, changing the subject. Borderlands 2 has a new playable character, which is coming out. So, let's see the video. Never got to see
An experiment has escaped. Bandits beware. A new Vault Hunter is coming. More mayhem awaits. Research subject 1.
Well, I'm glad that they're keeping up with the game, though, because Borderlands 2 is by far one of Gearbox's best games.
Dude, I was cracked out when the first one came.
I wasn't. I liked Part 2 a lot better than Part 1. Even though Part 1 had better characters, at least in my opinion. I think the characters were a little bit more, like, a little bit more developed and a little bit more well-rounded than the characters that we have now in Borderlands 2.
You know what it is, though? Each character had a little bit of... They had more of a specialization for weapons and more towards their skills. While in this one, sure, everybody still has their own special skill they can do, but you can use any weapon now without
that
discrimination or power.
Yeah, without discrimination, and also the limits that your character could go.
Yeah.
Basically, there's no what's the word that I'm looking for? There's no restrictions to anything. Just that your character is built for one type of like weapon class or something, but you could still use the other ones pretty fairly normal and relatively good still.
Yeah,
It's not that
you
bad.
could in the first one as well, but it seemed as though...
No, but in the
'Cause
first one, if you used a weapon that was not intentionally yours, you
had
really sucked at it.
crappy accuracy, your
Yeah,
damage wasn't
you
as
really
good.
sucked at it.
Because, what was it? I was Roland in the first one, and I would look at that chart that lets you know your proficiency with each weapon, My assault rifle was crazy because that's all I used. Pistols were alright. Shotgun did good. I wasn't really big on sniper rifles, and it seems like in between 1 and 2 they nerfed the ammo capacity for the rocket launcher. I don't know why they did that.
No, I think it's actually a really good idea.
They throw a million rocket launchers at you in 2, but not enough ammo. And even then, some of the rocket launchers don't do well enough damage. Like I do more with just my regular old shotgun.
Right.
Although I can't really call it regular considering it's a fire shotgun. It shoots like it's like a piston fire and everybody like yeah, all dying.
I'm just kind of glad that they didn't like. They got rid of that Mass Effect illness. You know what I mean? Like, you remember in Mass Effect 1 that you were still able to use every single weapon, but your character would, like, totally suck ass at a weapon that's not his. Like, for example, let's say for example you're a Vanguard and you can only use pistols and shotguns and shit, and you use an assault rifle. The assault rifle's like fucking crosshair is like super huge to where like the accuracy is just gonna go everywhere.
But I think that's what they tried to fix in the first one though, with the proficiency, because as it did go up, the use of it did get better.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't really like talk about Borderlands. I can't really talk about Borderlands 1 that well because I didn't even get that far into it. So
yeah,
that's my shit.
I think with the comedy was a little better in the first one. Yeah, I guess just because it was their first game.
I think so too. I think Claptrap was definitely a lot better in part 1.
They definitely.
They used them a lot more in part 1.
After the Robot Revolution, the DLC for it, I guess they're just like, Claptrap needs to keep going, but let's just make him a little crazier. Let's calm down.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, in other news, someone has just created Metagel.
Holy shit. Video games are coming to life even sooner. Now we just need to wait for, seriously, we need to wait for lightsabers, flying cars, and the Force.
The Force.
Or telekinesis, either way you want to call it.
I agree. But, basically, a college student from NYU has invented something called Vetagel. Like, it's basically Metagel, but not super advanced like Metagel. Because Metagel could pretty much clear everything. You know what I mean? Like, it that shit fucking, like, reattaches your bones if it has to. Like, Metagel is just that, like, high-powered.
So, local anesthetic, sealant, splint, cast, all in one.
So...
Oh, disinfectant.
Vetagel could... Basically, here's what Vetagel could do. When a part of the body is wounded, the damaged extracellular matrix helps trigger a cascade of chemical reactions to the blood that ends in fibrin. So it puts the fibers that join together to start blood, like to stop blood clots, I guess.
It basically accelerates your body's own process of clotting your blood with your platelets. So it forms basically like a big, like gooey scab on the top, and mimics your skin's natural motions. Yeah, with the filling wound.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Like, we have niggas in New York that actually do this. So there you are, fellas. New York is not nothing but just thugs and shit. We actually have intelligent people.
Yes.
That actually create
minds
stuff.
who are
Speaking of Mass Effect, though,
advancing us into the future.
Mass Effect 4.
I'm still stuck in Mass Effect 3. I can't even talk about 4 right now, but let's go ahead anyway. Dude!
But
with the latest DLC for 3, right off the bat, I got one of the good ones. Not saying that they're not all good. I got the Juggernaut, the Geth Juggernaut, one of those big Geth characters that run around shooting the 3 electro missile launcher.
Mhm. What you thought of for multiplayer?
Yeah,
Okay.
the Mass Effect 3 online is co-op 4-player multiplayer.
Mhm.
So I'm just running around destroying everything with my Typhoon assault rifle, blasting things away with the Siege Pulse, which is the electric
Right.
missiles.
Mhm.
If I need support, I just toss out a turret. It brings my shields back up, which my shields are crazy already. And then a big thing, you can't get insta-killed. Where some of the enemies on the field, such as like the mini bosses, or from people who are more into the story, say like the Atlas, the Phantoms, the Banshees, and Praetorians.
Basically, the special enemies.
Yeah, they'll do a special animation where you can actually be dragged a couple in-game feet from like running away, and they'll just drag you over to them, and you'll just die. They'll do a special animation with he's just so big, like they can't insta kill you.
Wow.
He's basically like one of the Geth Primes when you fight against them.
See, I have to start playing Mass Effect 3 online again. I have it there.
Later.
Yeah, I definitely need to start doing that. But basically for now, those are the top stories. There's definitely more, but like since we had that whole thing that happened in the beginning, trying to like cut things a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit happy about Mega Man 3 coming to the 3DS.
I'm sorry, his face looks creepy.
His face does look creepy, right?
Oh my god.
It's like a little. And he's shooting him in the dick or something? Like, what the fuck is wrong with this picture? Now that I see it. It looks amazing. Oh, man.
They could have picked any picture, but they picked that one.
But next week, Mega Man 3 will be launching to the 3DS Virtual Console. Which is nice. Capcom is doing their thing. And I think every month, they're going to keep bringing out Mega Mans after that. Mega Man 4, 5, and 6 will be coming out, each month after that. Just nice.
That's gonna...
By the time Mega Man 6 heads to the 3DS eShop, it will make digital versions of each game's soundtrack available for purchase. Mega Man 2 landed on the 3DS eShop just 1 month ago for $5. So I'm guessing they're all going to be $5 purchases. That's not bad for retro gaming.
That's good.
That's really good for retro gaming.
Oh look,
This
there
is the
it is
piston again. There you go.
See, look, and like,
It's gonna be 512 gigs. Wait. Alright, Focus PC console, the piston is now available for pre-order. The company announced yesterday the tiny $9,000 box includes a 128 gig solid-state drive that can be upgraded to 512 gigs for an additional $750. For real.
So you're paying...
SSDs are cheap, y'all. 8 gigs of RAM at a 3.2 gigahertz of quad-core processor.
Okay.
A quad-core processor.
Yeah. Where's my 8 and 12 cores? This needs to be crazy for me to want to pay
What's
2
going
Gs
on
for
here?
it.
Like, why are you fucking selling this shit for an arm and a leg when computers now are like 8 cores for like $500? Even the PS4 is gonna be 8 cores.
Shake my head.
And the 720 is gonna be an octo-core. So what the fuck?
An octo-core, and this one's only got 4.
This one only has a fucking 4-core processor.
And then if they plan to have any kind of longevity with it, they're going to have to respec all the games that come... Well, not respec, but if it's a seriously heavy game, they are going to have to do some tweaking for it. Well, people with their PCs, they're just going to be set because they've already got their systems going. If anything, it seems like they're just going to have to do some standardizing, like what they do with the game consoles now. Which might not be the best thing, especially if they have their own, like, exclusive or whatnot.
Exclusives are dead, man. Like, I'm telling people, like, the days of exclusivity is over. It is. Like Xbox lost Mass Effect, and PlayStation lost Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Then you also have, like, Crash Bandicoot is nowhere to be found.
He just straight disappeared. Just faded away.
After the PS2 came out, after the PS2 era, you did not see this guy at all.
Yeah.
He just, like, totally just, like, went into his house, went through, like, some drugs and shit. Like, it was shooting dope or whatever the fuck he was doing.
Came out of
like, I
retirement.
can't beat Mario. Oh.
Like, that position's already taken because Sonic was doing that. And then you see how Sonic versus Mario did at the Olympics.
Awful games.
They went all the way to 12, and then it just seems like it faded out.
Mario and Sonic and Mario Olympics was, like, awful. But Sony's chairman is stepping down. He's stepping down. Sir Howard Stringer announced that he will retire from his position as Sony's chairman in June.
I see where this train's going. I'm getting off now.
Oh, well. You heard about that rumor that, like, you remember the commercials that Sony had? With that guy? That with the whole Wii Motion Plus. I mean, not the Wii Motion Plus, sorry, the PlayStation Move and stuff. The Sony commercials guy.
Yeah.
They dropped them. Sony dropped them and got the people that did the Axe Apollo commercials. You ever seen those Axe Apollo commercials?
I think I've seen like one.
It's like the stupidest fucking commercial of all time. But they chose the guys that are behind that commercial to create Sony commercials. Let me see if I could get one to start.
Okay, yeah.
You've seen these
Yes.
before. Basically, the people who constructed this video, this commercial,
Like,
these are the guys that are gonna be doing the Sony commercial.
lifeguard swims out, beats the shit out of his shark.
Punches
rescues
a
the-
shark in the face.
Yo, he dead just straight up brawls with the shark, punch him in the face and everything. Like, yes, I saved your life. And then, fucking
dude,
astronaut.
I don't understand.
Really?
I really don't understand. It's one of the stupidest fucking commercials of all time. But whatever. Shit like that. Yeah. Shit like that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Definitely been playing that Sim City. I like that.
I was never too much of a Sims fan. I mean, like, I can play it, but only for so long, because I'd rather just go out and do actual life instead of playing crazy shit. Or if I'm going to play crazy shit, I'll just pick up Grand Theft Auto. This way I can shoot people.
No, but SimCity is cool. It's building game, whatever. It's fun. It's like Roller Coaster Tycoon, stuff like that,
Yeah.
or Cityville, but just better. So we're gonna be looking at the releases that we just saw this week, pretty much. First up, SimCity, which got a 5.0 rating. I don't like that. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 came out for the PS3. Tomb Raider came out for the PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. Naruto Shippuden also came out for the 360.
The Tomb Raider is really crazy.
Um, Castlevania Lord of Shadows Mirror of Fate came out for the 3DS,
Yeah.
which I should buy that. I need to get my hands on that. Mass Effect 3 Citadel
Citadel is
is
the
a
final
DLC.
batch
Okay.
of single-player DLC for
Mhm.
Mass Effect 3 where you and
That's
your
cool to
teams.
know.
Oh, no. It's pretty good.
And now I'm gonna butcher the shit out of this name right now. So bear with me. A Atelier, Atelier, Yesha for the PS3. The Alchemist of Dusk came out this previous Tuesday. MLB 13 The Show for the PS3 and Vita.
Yeah.
Dollar Dash for the PC and 360.
Insomnia.
Insomnia? What the fuck is a IP? No idea. I guess it's the iPhone game or something. I don't know. But MLB 2K13, God, they still making these games?
Yes, they are.
I thought they died or they died out or
Nope,
something.
they're still going.
Total War Shogun 2 Gold Edition for the PC.
I know NBA Live died.
Oh no, they're gonna revive it.
Again?
Yeah, they're gonna revive it. That's it.
Again? Because I know they were gonna start calling it Elite, but then they just never came out with it.
Yeah, NBA Live will make its triumphant return, probably for the new generation consoles.
It'll be nice to see what they do.
Basically, the rumors had been announced that NBA Live will come out because that was one of the reasons why EA didn't take WWE 13 when it was on sale. So EA didn't purchase it because they have games that they wanted to bring out like NBA Live and shit. So that's why the 2K series picked that shit up. Picked up WWE 13.
It seems as though 2K just kind of encroached upon a whole bunch of stuff, so I guess it gave it more time to do things.
Yeah, Take-Two is like making their shit happen. Like they got BioShock, they got the 2K series. The 2K franchise.
Yeah.
They got Rockstar. They hold a lot of people. They got a whole group of shit that makes money.
It looks like Rockstar might be in trouble if this Grand Theft Auto doesn't go over well. Which it most likely will, considering it's Grand Theft Auto and people are going to buy it anyway.
People are going to buy Grand Theft Auto 5 regardless if it's whack or good. As long as it's mediocre, everyone will love it. Because that's how I felt about Grand Theft Auto 4. I thought it was mediocre as fuck.
San Andreas was better.
San Andreas was 10 times better. It was amazing.
You get to customize your character in that one.
You get to make them fat. You get to make them built. You get to make them skinny. You get to swim. You get to parachute.
Better in black.
You get to do everything in that game. Like that system was just so fleshed out.
They took away the jetpack. Why would you take away my jetpack? No.
I like how when Ballad of Gay 20 came out, and they introduced the parachuting for that new raid system that they're using for Grand Theft Auto 4, how pixelated that shit looked. That I was like, wow, San Andreas had a way cooler looking effect on the freaking parachuting, and Grand Theft Auto 4 just totally dropped the ball on that.
Yeah.
That looked so bad. To end off the week will be Medin 2, The Dark Dragons, and Naruto Powerful Shippuden for the 3DS, which is, I believe it's like a kid game or something.
Big head cartoony fighting, yay!
Yeah, some bullshit like that.
Yeah. Still looks fun though.
It looks fun, yeah.
I actually got the chance to see it playing on 3DS. Like, it's kind of like if I had to say close to PS2 Naruto.
Mhm.
How you're fighting almost 2D.
Like how
But you can't teleport to stages behind you. It's mostly just
like how the Shonen Jump game was.
yeah.
How it was like kind of like Smash Brother esque, but with platforms and levels and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like that style of fighting. I mean, it's not my favorite, but I like that. Um, so we're gonna close this shit up.
Woo! First run. This is Ajax.
Now, what game are you playing right now?
Seriously, I'm going home and I'm playing Mass Effect. And
You ain't playing anything new at all.
I've been under a rock for a while. I really have. There's definitely been some games on my list that I know I need to pick up, but just haven't had the time to. I've been dying to run around as Grimlock, breathing fire and destroying giant mechs and shit. Like you have no idea.
Well, I might be joining you at Mass Effect 3 tonight actually.
Oh yeah. Remember you have to set your clock forward. Usually it happens at 2 o'clock. So
2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, I know.
So don't bug out if you don't see 2 and it just says 3.
Yeah,
That usually happens to me. I bug out like, what the fuck? What happened?
Yeah, I usually don't pay attention to that, cause like my phone does it automatic, and so does my my cable box does it automatic. So I really don't bug out. The only thing I bug out is like, holy shit, an hour just went by and it didn't even feel like it. Or like when we had to set our clocks backwards.
Yeah.
I was bugging the fuck
that
out.
That was the best.
I bugged out because as soon as I saw 2, and then it went straight, and then I was like, oh shit, it's 2 o'clock. I went to the bathroom. I think I went to take a piss. Came back and it said 1:02. I was like, what the fuck does that mean?
I just time traveled. Well, all I know is I'm going to miss that hour of sleep.
Yeah, but then your body will get accustomed to it, so it won't be that bad. Well, at least we'll have like regular nights now, cause Jesus Christ, it's been getting dark since like till at 5 o'clock dark. Like that shit bugs me out. So, the game that I'm currently playing, Tomb Raider.
Which looks crazy. I think that's another reason why it takes me a while to get stuff to, is I end up seeing or just playing it at the job.
Tomb Raider is just amazing, bro.
Yep. An axe to the chest, really? An axe to the chest, and squished by rocks. Yeah, if she had fell off that tree pillar, I was dead, but I just had to walk away.
Dude, that whole game is
excitement
nothing but
at every turn. It really is.
That game has excitement going on like every 20 minutes, literally. Like it's like some crazy ass angle coming out of nowhere. You just have to like slide down, and then you have to jump over to like another roof, and then just keep running away to fucking do like fucking Assassin's Creed fucking loops to go to the other side. I was like, God damn, what are you doing?
I'm surprised her leg didn't break from that first fall and that slide down the hill.
I'm surprised that nothing breaks in her body after going through what I just went through in that game.
Tough cookie.
Like, she's a robot.
She's beast. She is beast.
There's one thing that I don't like about the game, though. There's one thing. And I'm going to sound very picky when I say this. When the game was releasing, they were talking about how realistic the game will be, to the point where, like, when she gets scratched by a wolf, you actually see, like, the clothing tear and stuff. They were actually talking about that, how they, like, a lot of the markings will actually be visible.
Did you let the wolf scratch you, or
yes.
did you shoot? Oh, okay, I was about to say, or did you shoot it in the face when it jumped out the bush? Because that's what it did.
No, I let it scratch me. Dude, everything fucking hits me and shit. And, like, I don't know why, my awareness in that game is just, like, so off. Because, like, I'm so, like, distracted by, like, how beautiful the cinematography and the scenery looks in that game.
Yeah,
my God, that island just looks amazing.
I think that part is definitely on par with Uncharted.
I think better than Uncharted. Not graphically, because I still think Uncharted beats it by this much for graphics, but just like capturing the scenery and just capturing the cinematography, like the way the camera moves, so much better than Drake. So much better. So yeah, Tomb Raider, by far, great game.
Definitely so.
Definitely.
Good game. Good game. But
And I downloaded
I
the
need to-
costumes for it.
yeah.
I had to do it. That
You
shit is
got
awesome.
freaking costumes already. I need to finish this game because. Oh wait, somebody already picked it up from the job. So I guess that's another game I have to add to the list. Oh joy.
So, that's what I'm playing. What?
You should let me borrow Castlevania.
Castlevania? Go ahead.
Yes. Awesome.
I still haven't really ended it. Well, I think I'm at the second disc or something. But go ahead.
Wait, it doesn't.
2 discs.
Yes.
Go ahead. It's fun. The only thing
Which
I
is
have a
why
problem.
I asked to borrow it.
There's one thing I don't like about it though. Again, might sound picky. You can't control the camera.
No, yeah, I don't mind that.
It's like pure God of War, where you can't really control the camera during the action scenes and stuff. Nor even like when you're walking around, you can't control the camera at all. It like has this fixed camera wherever you go.
Yeah, I guess that is kind of annoying if you just want to look at the scenery and whatnot. But
You can't do that. You can't literally explore the, you can't explore anything because it's like where this takes place is very big. Like you're out in the wilderness, just like in the first Castlevania, how like you make your way to the castle. Something similar to that extent there, but this one goes into the other supernatural characters, like the werewolves, like the king of the werewolves, and the other blah 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 blah. So you actually fight the lords and shit.
yeah,
It's pretty fucking neat. And then like they have like Gabriel gets abilities in that game.
just the whole. What's that? Some of the area scaling, like you see on the back, him swinging from giant pillar to giant pillar. Or
That looks amazing, yeah.
that one fight we had to fight the giant stone guardian. That so felt kind of like on a Shadow of Colossus thing.
That's exactly what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shadow of the Colossus actually like birthed a lot of shit. Like, it was a very underrated game. Like, not a lot of people played it, but
Straight boss fights.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's straight. It's like it's Zelda with straight boss fights and no
just
in the middle.
massive bosses just coming back to back trying to fuck with you. It's just great. So we're gonna end it off here. If you guys can hear, the CM Punk theme is going on, which I fucking love. Love CM Punk. CM Punk is the man. Yeah, let's raise it up for you guys to actually hear the CM Punk theme.
Close out on it.
I love CM Punk. CM Punk is the man. So yeah, this is our first podcast.
This is Ajax.
Ajax. I'm Darth. We're here at the Death Star Lab,
Making our first
podcast, and hopefully
production.
NGR, yeah.
NGR production.
And hopefully this continues because this is type fun. We'll get it better next time, definitely.
Yes, and thank you for your patronage.
Yes, thank you. We're gonna set up an email account, and we're gonna put all that jazz on the description boxes and stuff. So you let us know, like, or put, of course, put the comments and stuff. Give us your feedback on what's going on.
Let us know what you want to hear.
Let us know what you want to hear. Let us know what you want us to do. Like, if you want me to slap Aaron in the face as much times as possible.
That would be so mean. That would be so mean.
But nah, just let us know what you want, and we'll probably do it. The capture card should be coming in next week, so we're gonna be having also video reviews for you guys also, and definitely it's not gonna take it as long as this was. This was kind of long, but
2 hours.
thank you guys for your patience. If you sat through the whole 2 hours of this shit, and God bless. Good gaming.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you very much.
Good gaming, and just fucking play, son. Like, don't be a critic. Just fucking play the games out. Like, I hate when people want to, like, critique every single little detail of the game and
It's
shit.
meant to be played and enjoyed.
Yeah, just enjoy your fucking game.
That's
Handle
what video
your
games are
high.
for. Yeah.
Handle your high.
Dude. Speaking of high, I'm gonna see if I can't do some of that tonight too.
Hmm?
Speaking of high, I'm gonna see if I can't do some of that tonight too.
Alright, so we outies, guys. Thanks a lot.